Welcome to the Deep Dives. Today, we're tackling something huge, something universal. Anger. It's, essential sometimes for survival. But wow, can it be destructive when it takes over?
It really can. And it's smart, too, often. Anger tells us something's wrong, like a value's been crossed or a boundary pushed. We actually need it.
Yeah.
But the problem is when it just flares up, an instant reaction, totally unmanaged, that's when it hijacks you, like you said.
Oh, absolutely. We've all had that moment, right? Pure rage, saying something awful, maybe even, smashing your phone screen in frustration. So our mission really is to figure out how we stop that immediate, that knee-jerk reaction. That's the old brain, the fast brain, just taking charge.
Right.
How do we shift into something wiser, something that uses the whole brain?
Exactly. We're hunting for that mechanism, that thing that creates a pause.
Yeah.
Just a tiny space, a fraction of a second of awareness between the trigger and the reaction.
The pause.
Yeah. If we find that space, everything can change. And what the research keeps pointing towards, it's mindfulness.
Okay. Mindfulness, we know the sort of textbook definition, right? Paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally.
That's the one, John Kabat-Zinn's definition.
But how does that, quite conceptual idea actually help tame this internal volcano when it erupts?
Well, because the goals are super practical. It's about reducing stress, definitely, improving emotional regulation, learning how to just hold that intense energy surge without getting totally swept away.
Okay.
Master the pause, choose the response. That's the idea.
Right. So let's get physical for a second. Forget the philosophy. When you feel that spike of rage, someone cuts you off, you get bad news what's actually happening in your body.
Yeah.
Why do we lose it so fast?
It's a massive psychophysiological alert. Your brain screams threat, even if it's just like a threat to your ego or your schedule.
Yeah.
And bam, it hits the panic button. Instant fight or flight.
And the changes are immediate. We're talking blood pressure shooting up, heart rate going crazy.
Yeah. And a flood of hormones, adrenaline, cortisol washing through your system, survival mode. Your digestion actually slows right down. Blood gets rerouted to your big muscles, getting you ready to, fight or run.
Right. Makes sense.
And crucially, your attention narrows like a laser beam, tunnel vision. You can only focus on that perceived threat.
Which explains why people lash out or do irrational things. They literally can't think straight.
Exactly. They're physically incapable of whole brain thinking in that moment. It's built for quick bursts of danger, not rush hour traffic jams every day.
So staying keyed up like that, that's the chronic damage.
And that is precisely where the training comes in. Mindfulness practice is it's the direct counter program to that neurological hijacking.
How so?
Well, regular practice actually calms down the amygdala. That's the brain's emotional reactivity center.
Okay.
And at the same time, it strengthens the prefrontal cortex, your executive function, your rational thought part of the brain.
So it builds like a buffer.
It literally develops a neural buffer zone between the thing that upsets you and how you react to it.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit more. We get the flash of anger, the biological explosion, but I think the really deep insight here isn't just stopping that initial surge. It's how anger sticks around, how it lingers.
Yeah.
What's the mental trick that keeps us stewing, keeps us resentful long after the event is over?
That would be rumination. The research calls it a non-adaptive coping strategy, which is a fancy way of saying
it doesn't help.
Right. It's just getting stuck in these recurrent negative thoughts, going over and over the causes, the consequences, why you feel so bad. It keeps scratching the wound open.
And specifically anger rumination.
Yeah.
That's even more targeted, right?
Yeah.
Playing back old hurts, injustices, maybe even fantasizing about revenge.
Exactly. And that cycle, it's incredibly detrimental. It doesn't just keep the anger simmering, it actually intensifies it. It makes you more likely to be aggressive. It taints your well-being. And this is key. It's the single biggest barrier to forgiveness. Every time you replay that tape, you feel the heat all over again.
Hey, this is where it got really interesting for me. Because I sort of assumed, you meditate more, you become more forgiving. Simple.
Yeah, seems logical.
But the research showed it's not direct. The link between mindfulness practice and forgiveness It's mediated. It's a two-step process. It shows exactly how the mental gears get fixed.
It's a major finding, really specific pathway. So step 1, you practice mindfulness consistently, just in daily life, doesn't have to be hours on a cushion.
Okay.
That practice predicts an improvement in your general mindfulness trait. Your dispositional mindfulness, you just become a more mindful person overall.
So it bleeds into your everyday life, not just when you're formally practicing.
Yeah.
Got it. What's step 2? The next domino.
That enhanced trait then predicts the crucial change. A significant decrease in anger rumination. You stop chewing on it so much. And it's this reduction, less replaying angry memories, less thinking about revenge, that finally predicts the increase in forgiveness. Dispositional forgiveness.
So mindfulness doesn't just magically make you forgive.
Yeah.
It first quiets down that mental loop of resentment.
Exactly.
Which then makes space for forgiveness to actually happen.
Precisely. You have to turn off the angry movie projector first. And there's a cool nuance, too.
Oh, yeah.
The mindfulness trait itself can directly help with forgiving yourself or forgiving a situation you can't control, like bad weather ruining plans.
Okay.
But for forgiving other people, the research showed that actively cutting down the anger rumination, especially those angry memories, was absolutely necessary for forgiveness to really increase.
Wow. Okay, so if anger hits like lightning, and we need to break that rumination cycle,
Yeah.
what can we do, like right there in the heat of the moment?
Yeah.
What are the immediate tools?
Well, the very first step is just cognitive. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. Acknowledge the emotion. Name it.
Just say it to yourself.
Yeah. Silently or out loud if you want. Anger is here. Or, wow, feeling really frustrated. Just naming it creates a little distance. You shift from being the anger to observing the anger.
That makes sense. It disrupts the takeover.
It does. And once you have that tiny bit of space, the quickest tool is always your breath.
Right. Breathing techniques.
Absolutely. Intentional deep breathing is like an emergency brake for your nervous system. Signal safety. You can try box breathing, inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4.
Okay.
Or the 4-7-8 breath is great too. Inhale 4, hold for 7, then a long, slow exhale for 8 counts. That long exhale really kicks in the calming part of your nervous system.
Gotcha. What about something more structured? When your mind is really racing.
Then the S-to-P technique is fantastic. It's easy to remember. S-T-O-P.
Okay, break it down.
S is for stop whatever you're doing, just pause. T is money. Take a few deep breaths consciously. O is observe. What's going on inside? Body sensations, clenched jaw, tight chest, thoughts flying by, just notice, no judgment.
Okay, observe.
And P is proceed, mindfully. Choose how you want to respond now rather than just reacting automatically. Maybe that means walking away, maybe it means speaking calmly.
I like that. Stop. Take a breath. Observe. Proceed. Okay. What if you're still totally overwhelmed? Like really spinning out?
Sometimes you just need to yank your attention back to the physical world. Hard reset. The 5 senses grounding exercise is perfect for that.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this. I actually tried it. I think I mentioned. Waiting in that endless airport security line.
Yeah.
Feeling that anxiety build. It really helped.
It's so effective because it forces your brain to engage with objective reality right now. You just catalog, okay, name 5 things I can see. Then 4 things I can feel the chair, my feet on the floor, 3 things I can hear, 2 things I can smell, and 1 thing I can taste.
It pulls you right out of the internal story.
Completely short circuits the spiral.
Okay, so those are in the moment tools. But you mentioned building the trait of mindfulness over time. What are some easy ways for people to start building that muscle?
Yeah, the regular practice is key, and it doesn't have to be complicated. The raisin exercise is a classic starting point, or just mindful eating in general.
Focusing on one bite of food.
Yeah, really paying full attention to the texture, the smell, the taste, the weight of it in your hand. It trains your mind to stay put instead of chasing every angry thought that pops up.
And the body scan, that helps with the physical tension, right?
Exactly. You just mentally sweep your attention through your body, usually toes to head, just noticing sensations. Tightness here, warmth there, any knots from the anger, shoulders hunched. Again, no judgment. just noticing. That awareness itself often allows the tension to start releasing.
What if sitting still is really hard for someone?
Mindful seeing can be great then. Look out a window or just at the room around you, but try not to label things. Don't think tree, car, lamp. Just notice colors, shapes, patterns, light and shadow you're trying to see freshly without the usual mental categories. It pulls you out of that internal narrative about why you're angry.
Right. Okay. So let's pull this all together. We've got the science, the biology of the hijack, the rumination trap, and these tools, these practices. What's the bottom line? Our responsibility in all this.
I think the core idea is that anger is fundamentally energy, a huge surge of it. And we are ultimately 100% accountable for how we manage that energy.
Manage or channel it.
Both, yeah. You can channel it constructively. Physical release helps, intense exercise, even just a brisk walk, or constructive communication.
Which means like blaming,
Right.
using those I statements.
Definitely. I felt frustrated when X happened because Y, instead of you always do X, state your feeling, the trigger, and the impact or need clearly, calmly.
Okay.
And the big thing to remember, this came up in all the sources, the goal isn't suppression. It's not about blocking angry thoughts or pretending you don't feel them. That just makes them stronger.
Right.
The goal is more like self-compassion. You let the thoughts come, you see them, there's that angry thought again, and then you let them go. Like watching clouds drift by, observe without grabbing onto them.
That shift from fighting it to just observing it, that feels like the real transformation. Okay, so for our final provocative thought.
Something for everyone to chew on.
Across everything we looked at, there was this consistent idea. Anger is almost always trying to tell you something important about your needs, your values, your boundaries.
Absolutely. So the question to leave you with is this. The next time you feel that heat rising, that hijack starting, what if you committed to taking 100% responsibility for your internal experience in that exact moment? Meaning you pause just long enough to ask yourself, okay, what is this anger actually signaling? What need isn't being met? What boundary feels crossed? Before you react.
An inquiry.
That inquiry, that tiny pause to ask why,
Yeah.
that's the deep dive into real emotional freedom from anger.